Madhab, literally in Arabic, means the pathway, a person that they follow. And in terminology, it refers to the imam that teaches the deen in a particular school of the religion. And the way to understand this, to look at it, is like a tree. What happens is on the trunk of the tree, you have the Quran and the Sunnah. Everybody, they follow that. And then what happens is people, they explain the Quran and the Sunnah. And these are imams of the Madhabs. And so you have them, which explain the Quran and the Sunnah. And then continuing on them, you have our ulama or scholars that follow a particular madhab, that learn from it like a tree, and it keeps growing with the branches until you reach the end point, which they call the furu, the branches, and the base point where the trunk is, they call that the usul. So you have, that's how those things they work. You have the four main branches, which is common today, the four madhab, and the person, they follow that, and it goes to the Quran and the Sunnah. That's what the thing about the madhab is. So what a person, they do in the beginning, they learn the ilm, the knowledge, and they shape themselves on a particular madhab that they follow, and they learn those things, and they follow those things, and they continue on it. And that's something that's recommended in the beginning, not to have an overload of information, to stick with one branch, with one school. Otherwise, a person, they get overloaded. And then when a person, they become more studious, more scholarly, then they learn from the other schools as well. And so that's the thing to keep in mind. Now, some people, what they try to say to stick with one madhab, not listen to anybody else. No, that's fine to stick with one madhab, but also you have to listen to the views of the other madhab as well, not restrict yourself to that knowledge. And the example is like the Sahaba of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You have Ibn Umar, you have Ibn Abbas, you have Ibn Masud, you have all these Sahaba. And the person, they say, I'm going to learn from one Sahaba. That's wonderful. You learn from him, learn a lot from him, keep learning from him. But then the person, they say, I'm not going to listen to Ibn Umar, I'm not going to listen to anybody else, only to this one. Then that's not appropriate. So a person, they should not be a fanatical follower of one madhab and not listen to anybody else, but be open to the knowledge and learn and increase their knowledge. However, if there's too much knowledge, then it's best for a person to stick with one school so that they shape themselves and they form themselves in that particular way. So that's what the madhabs are, and the schools that we have today, the four madhabs. It's Malik and Shafi and Abu Hanifa and Ahmad ibn Hanbal. Those are the four madhabs in the world today. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best, and may peace and blessings be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.